I had never thought of myself as the jealous type. But over the past few months, something about my wife's behavior had changed. She guarded her phone like it was a fragile secret, and every time it buzzed, she rushed to silence it before I could even glance at the screen. One evening, when she stepped onto the balcony to take a call, curiosity overpowered my better judgment. I moved closer to the slightly open door, telling myself I only wanted peace of mind. I expected to hear another man's voice, some whispered confession of infidelity. Instead, what I heard froze me in place. She was crying, soft, controlled sobs she had been hiding from me for weeks. Her voice trembled as she said she didn't know how much longer. She could pretend everything was normal. My stomach dropped. This wasn't the tone of a woman in love with someone else. It was the voice of someone terrified. I wanted to open the door, tell her I was there. But something stronger held me back. The need to understand what she wasn't telling me. The person on the other end sounded like a doctor. He asked if she was experiencing more pain and reminded her that she needed to come in for more tests. My heart pounded as I tried to make sense of it. Why would she be talking to a doctor behind my back? Why hadn't she told me anything? When she finally hung up, she stayed on the balcony, silent, staring at the sky as if begging it for strength. When she came back inside, I acted normal, though I could barely look at her without feeling guilty for listening. At dinner, she forced a smile, pretending everything was fine, but now I could see every wince. Every moment she pressed a hand against her side, every attempt to hide her exhaustion. She wasn't cheating, she was suffering. And she hadn't told me because she didn't want to worry me. That night as she slept beside me, I lay awake thinking about how much fear she must have been carrying alone. I realized my suspicion had blinded me to her pain. Instead of asking her what was wrong, I had jumped to the worst conclusion. The truth was far worse than infidelity. She was scared of a diagnosis she didn't know how to face. The next morning, I couldn't pretend anymore. I sat beside her and gently took her hands. She looked startled at first, then defeated, as if she already knew what I was about to ask. I told her I knew something was wrong and that whatever it was, she didn't have to hide it from me. The words broke whatever wall she had built around herself. And she finally told me everything, the tests, the symptoms, the fear of ruining our happiness. Hearing her speak so honestly made my chest ache. I told her I wished she had trusted me sooner, but also that we would face this together. No secrets, no pretending, just us the way it was always meant to be. For the first time in weeks, she rested her head on my shoulder without trying to be strong, and I held her, feeling the weight of her fear and my own melting together. In that moment, I understood something profound. Betrayal isn't always found in hidden messages or whispered conversations. Sometimes it's in the silence between two people who love each other, but are too afraid to share their deepest pain. And sometimes what we fear discovering the most isn't infidelity. It's the truth that the person we love is hurting more than we ever imagined.